Hi, this is Shannah, and this is a very special pick a card reading. This was a request from one of you, and this is about twin flames in karmic relationships, where both of the twin flames are in karmic relationships. So we're going to look into the relationships, into the karmic relationships, and to what brings you together, the twin flames, and what is the possible future as well. So I also have these cards here, which I will shuffle then in front of you, and we're going to see what they say, right? But first of all, we have here two piles. Pile number one with a peanut. I love peanuts. And pile number two with a chestnut. I also love chestnuts, and this one I found on the way home. Yes. Can we see it? Yes, there you go. Almost looks like a heart. So pick your pile. You can also pause the video if you'd like to take some time and just pick what you feel pulled towards to, right? So what really resonates with you. So pile one or pile two. So I will start with pile one. So I'll take pile two out of the way because I'll need a lot of space for this one. Please excuse me. So pile number one, right? The peanut. Now, I have here three segments that I prepared. So, but I didn't prepare them just like this. You know, in order to please you, these are the cards that came out, okay? So let's see how we start. We start here because this is the other person, this is you, okay? Let me take, this is then both of you together. So let me take this out of the way. So this is the other person in their relationship, in their karmic relationship. So what's going on with them? First we have control. Then we have it's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And then we have energy field and adjustment. Aura cleansing and health. So the karmic relationship of this other person can be very comfortable. It's where they feel safe, right? So it can be comfortable. It can be difficult for them to come out of this relationship. But this relationship has a lot of control issues. So your twin flame in their karmic relationship can be feeling very controlled. So for instance, the other person doesn't let them out of their sight. Yeah, their karmic partner doesn't let them out of their sight. They probably feel that they are escaping them, you know, escaping their control, escaping the relationship, which is a burden for your twin flame, for this other person, because you know, no one likes to be completely under control, and this is a burden, but it's something that they are or have been willing to accept because it's a very comfortable situation. This is something where they feel safe. So they know the person, they know the rules of the game, even if they don't like these rules, but you know, they're in a safe situation. They have a safe haven to run to. You know, they know the drill, they know the routine. So it can be that also your twin flame is very, very comfortable. And it's also, it can also, I'm getting now the message that your twin flame may be staying in this situation also for health reasons. You know, that probably the other person takes care of them. Probably your twin flame is ill and the other person takes care of them, or their karmic partner is ill and they feel the responsibility of taking care of them. So this is one of the possible scenarios. One other possible scenario is that your twin flame is now feeling that it's time to get out of the situation, that it's time to heal their soul. I'm getting the message. Their soul to cleanse this kind of ties. They're this toxic relationship where they cannot be free to be themselves and to do whatever they want and, to develop the way they want to develop. So it's time for them to cleanse the situation, to break free from the situation and return to their source, to return to who they really are and want to be in the future. So probably your twin flame is now coming to a situation where they're breaking free from this karmic relationship, but step by step. I have the feeling if they do it is in a very slow pace, because they still feel very safe in the situation, very comfortable. So this is the message I'm getting for their situation, for their karmic relationship. So let's put the cards here. Yeah, so we can have them in the background. Now let's see your situation in your karmic relationship. And I think I burnt my glove. I did. Never mind. So first of all, we have love, then we have reconciliation, and we have beauty. So beauty tells us grace, loveliness, integrity of form and spirit. And reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. And here we have love. So I'm getting the feeling that in your karmic situation, someone you know from your past, or you have been together with them before, and so it's like you started over. So this is starting over of this karmic situation, and at this time, although you, on a superficial level, you're very happy and satisfied with each other, but there's something amiss for you. So you're actually evaluating the situation. You're actually seeing, is this really what I want? Even, if on the surface it's quite pleasing and you're both quite happy, but there's something amiss. There's something you are missing. But you have a lot of integrity in the situation, so you wouldn't just leave the other person just like that, especially when you know that their feelings are on the line. And this person, your karmic partner, makes you also feel beautiful and values you for what you are, and also is a person full of integrity, but still your heart is not completely in this situation. This is the feeling I get. So like I said, on the surface everything seems to be really nice, but I'm getting also another message now that on the surface everything seems to be really nice, but you're missing being valued. That's what I'm getting now. For some of you, you are being valued, and you feel beautiful as well in the situation, and you don't want to hurt the feelings of this person, although your heart is calling for someone else. But for some of you, you are not being valued in the situation. You gave the situation a second chance, believing that it will be better than before. But now you're having the feeling that you are not being valued. You're not being seen for the wonderful and beautiful person that you are. And this kind of hurts you. And, that's what's amiss in this situation. You're just being taken for granted and not seeing for the pearl that you really are. And this hurts you. And you want more, of course. You want to live a beautiful life with a person that knows you and knows how to value you. It's difficult sometimes. And you need that in your life to be appreciated. So it has to be a fair give and take. And you don't have the feeling that you are being given what you deserve. And you need more, and you're really missing something more. I can even feel it. You're really missing something more, something romantic, something beautiful. It's like you haven't met your real partner yet. It's as if your real partner is really far away, and you probably not even sure if your real partner, like a real twin flame, hasn't been born yet. Maybe he or she hasn't incarnated. So you're missing. That's the feeling I'm getting from you, from your side. You're really missing your twin flame, and you're calling him or her with all your heart because you really miss them and you really need them in your life right now. So this is your situation, right? Now let's see your situation of both of you together, you and your twin flame. So first of all, we have trust. Then we have financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Freedom, independence, self-determination. Now, what brings you together? You know, first of all, the cards are asking you for you to trust. You know, just let yourself be guided. Let yourself be guided by love, by spirit, by the universe, by God. Let yourself be guided. But there are like financial issues here, and maybe it's from their side or from your side or both. So it's been taken into consideration, you know, like changing a life so dramatically, like leaving a partner and leaving a stable situation for another love. Is not impossible, of course, and it's not wrong, but there are issues here, maybe career, maybe finances, or both, you know, like you have to consider before just jumping in to another situation. So have trust that these issues can be solved and will be solved if both of you are willing to take this relationship seriously. But there's this other card here saying that, for instance, I will strongly feel that it's your twin flame. It's needing a lot of freedom and independence right now, because as we saw earlier, his or her karmic partner has a lot of control over them and controls their every step and has a tight schedule for their free time or time spent together. So it's someone who's very controlling and very demanding. So they're craving freedom to enjoy who they are and to also find out who they are and what they really want. And they also crave financial freedom, and probably you too. You probably are craving this financial freedom to do whatever you want. So these are issues, you know, although you feel you're just jumping in and running away with your twin flame, which is very romantic, of course, but you'll need a sound basis, and the sound basis of financial freedom for both of you, you know, so none of you is dependent on the other or has like a really legal and financial problem with their karmic partner after the breakup, because it can be really, really bitter. So I would say work on your financial freedom, work on your career freedom before jumping in, but trust that everything will be fine. You can be a little bit crazy, you can be a little bit foolish. Of course, that's all integrated in falling in love. When we fall in love, we all get crazy a little bit, which is great. But consider this your financial freedom. It can also be that being with your twin flame, you will get this financial freedom, you know. But consider this, you know, you have to, what the cards are saying, be really realistic in this situation before jumping in. Take a risk. Of course, life is full of risks, but, you know, consider the foundation so you don't fall flat on your face. That's not what's going to happen, but the cards are just cautioning you to take care of yourself and have the higher good of everyone involved. So if the other person is taking more time, just understand it, because there are other issues that are also important in this situation. And you are both in this situation. So if you are talking to each other and if you are falling in love with each other, you have to talk about these issues to make it as realistic as possible. And if the other person is more like concentrated in their freedom right now because they need this feeling of freedom, then respect that as well, because they will need that phase of just being free and just being by themselves so they can know what they really want. There's a card of advice here. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. And this is really good because this is the advice of seeing the miracle and the blessing in everything you live and in everyone you meet. And sometimes falling in love with someone else, falling deeply crazy in love with someone else, is what drives you to leave an unhappy situation. You know, for instance, here you do not feel that you're being appreciated for who you really are, and your twin flame is feeling that he or she cannot be who they really are because they're constantly under control and surveillance. So then suddenly when we fall head over heels over someone else and the pull is so strong that you cannot control yourself, it's like the universe using that person to pull you out of a toxic situation. And this can be really, really positive, you know, but sometimes can also be can also hurt you at the same time, depending on the situation. But it's a miracle and a blessing that someone comes and has that pull to show you a love that you would like to have, to show you a kind of appreciation that you would like to experience, so that you're so drawn to it that you leave any toxic situation behind, that then you're strong enough to get out of that situation and be able to walk on your own. But walk on your own is not what you want to hear from me. I know. So let's ask these cards here what the future might be. And these cards are a bit hard to shuffle because they're really old. Just wait a second. And see, what is the future of your situation with your twin flame? And again, what is the future of your situation with your twin flame? So here we go. So there you go. Bounty. So this situation with your twin flame, the future of it, it will bring you a lot of joy and fulfillment, and even material fulfillment, which is really good, because I was telling you earlier that you have to consider being financially independent. And like I said, this situation will grant you that. Either it will inspire you to get that financial independence, or you together will get that financial independence. You'll be stronger financially when you're together. But I just want another card. Let's see. And this is a big opportunity. You know, like I was saying, it's the opportunity for you to leave this toxic relationship. And yes, because there is something better out there. You know, there's something better than your toxic relationship. But I want to ask just another card. I'm sorry, I'm really stubborn when I want to know something. Yes, and there'll be a perfect timing for you to be together. You know, there's something better for you than this toxic relationship for you both. And you being together is the opportunity of realizing this. And you'll get so much fulfillment out of this relationship because it's better than the situation you're in right now. And there will be perfect timing for you to come together. There will be perfect timing for you both to leave the situation you're in. So trust the process, trust the universe, trust God, and let yourself be guided. Like I was saying earlier, let yourself be guided by love. Let yourself be guided by the universe, because the perfect timing, the perfect opportunity will present itself. So that was the reading for group Peanut for pile 1. So I need these cards back in the pile. There you go. And thank you so much. I hope this answered some of your questions, and I hope it inspired you, and I wish you all the best and all the love and all the courage in the world. Thank you so much. Now we're starting with pile 2, with the chestnut. So, first we're starting with your twin flame situation, and I also have these cards here that I will shuffle then at the end to see what the future energies are. But let's start with your twin flame situation with their karmic partner. So the first card is challenging times. Then we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And then we have time and tide, oceanic spells and rituals. So, your twin flame is actually facing a very difficult situation with their karmic partner. So these are times where there's a lot of fighting. They're not seeing eye to eye. And they're having like big problems in understanding each other. And your twin flame is not feeling happy in this relationship with their karmic partner. And but they really don't know how to go on about it. They try to stay optimistic, you know, that everything will go well, everything will be okay. But actually they're also thinking there's something better out there. In the case, like, you know, positive thinking will bring you romance, and romance is not what they're experiencing right now in their love life, in their relationship. But they're positive there's something better, there's something else out there that will make them happy. But they still don't know how to get out of the situation they're in, and they even don't know if they should, because actually they have this kind of belief, which is not wrong. It's actually quite positive, but it's like, oh, you know, these low phases are natural or normal in relationships. We don't always have to see eye to eye, so they're staying optimistic. But they're not very happy. They're then waiting for times to get better. But they feel stranded, you know. They don't feel understood. They don't feel loved. They don't feel wanted. So they're giving it time for things to get better. They don't know exactly what to do. So they're not adventuring into the oceans, you know, into the ocean and to try everything better, because they feel stranded. They don't know exactly how to go on about it. So they're missing love. They're really missing love and missing being loved and appreciated. That they don't really know how to get out of the situation. They're trying to stay optimistic, but they're not happy. So this is their situation. We'll leave the cards here. Let's see your situation with your karmic partner. So first of all, we have reach out. And then we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And we have Song of the Siren, the call, summoning, voice to acknowledge. So you're having similar problems in your relationship. You try to reach out to your partner, but not being very successful at it. So you're finding it hard to build bridges in order to communicate with your present karmic partner. So communication is not really working very well between you, and you feel very alone in this situation. You feel like, for instance, probably someone who, so your partner is someone who talks a lot and you just have to listen. So your opinion is not being listened to or respected, and you don't feel acknowledged. Yeah, and that is what you're missing. You're missing feeling acknowledged. You're missing having a voice or having a say in this relationship, because communication is not working. So actually, it can also be that, for instance, that's the message I'm getting, that in this relationship, you get often ill and have like throat problems very often, be it a sore throat or, losing your voice, because this is a sign that you do not have a voice. You don't have a say in this relationship, which makes you very unhappy. And the cards are telling you that you are paying attention to the red flags. You are really seeing the signs that this relationship is not working, that you're not being appreciated, that you're not being valued. And this is making you very, very unhappy. And that's why you're starting to listen to the Song of the Siren. The Song of the Siren is the song of seduction, when someone else then starts getting your attention, when someone else, you start dreaming about someone else, you start being interested about someone else outside of your relationship, because this is a song of the siren. But there are many sirens out there, and there are many songs. But if you're in a happy relationship, you might appreciate the song and listen to it, but you're not drawn to it. But here you start being drawn to the siren. And this is, thinking of the word, is the, I forgot the word, but I'll tell you in a second. So this is your situation. You're trying to reach out, and you see that the signs are very, very bad because you don't feel happy, and the other person doesn't trust you with the respect that that person ought to. And this makes you drawn to, I forgot the word again. I'm trying to remember the word. Temptation. Exactly. You're feeling tempted, to search for your luck elsewhere, which is understandable. So remember, this is not judgment. I'm the last person that would judge anyone, really. And so there's a call, there's a summoning. You want to go somewhere else where you will be valued, where you can be happy and be loved as well. But if you are really having throat problems and voice problems, so this is a really a sign of a toxic relationship. And take care of yourself. Remember, love yourself first. And let's put your cards here. There, so like this, really nice. Now let's see like your energy together of you and your twin flame. And first of all, we have listen. And then we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And then we have sanctuary, privacy, and violate personal space, respected boundaries and taboos. Now, this is another card I'll show you in a second. It's the advice. This is interesting, because from this I get that you're really communicating with your twin flame. So someone that and it's really interesting because I was telling you, you're not being listened to, and this person listens to you. And this is something that really attracts you to your twin flame, because you are really being listened to. There's a good communication. You know, you listen to each other, you let each other talk. And this is, of course, is very, very positive. But also listen to your intuition, you know, also listen to what your heart has to say. See, this is exactly here, the heart chakra. What does your heart have to say about this situation? Because you're both in karmic relationships, so it's not always easy just to, you know, throw everything in the air and, haha, I'm following my bliss. It could be, and it should be, but it's often not. So listen to your intuition. What is the right way to go about it? And also listen to the other person, to your twin flame. And what is the twin flame really saying? Is your twin flame really ready to leave their karmic situation? So listen with your heart, listen with your soul, and of course with your ears. But what I get here was what I said first. You are being listened to. This person listens to you, and this at this moment is what you need most, is being listened to and being valued. You know, this is really, really good. And calling in your soulmate, and again, this card, you know, the call, the summoning. So there's really a pull between you two, because you're both craving for someone that makes you happy. Both of you are unhappy in their karmic relationships. So actually you've been calling in each other, you know. And what they say here is trust. Trust that you will be together. So, but you also have to trust it with your heart, praying or affirmating or visualizing is not just an intellectual exercise. It's not just words. It's not just pictures. You have to feel it with your heart. You have to feel the feeling of being with the other person. You have to feel the feeling of being happy. Once you get these two things together, your mind and your heart, then you have the manifestation. So continue on affirmating, continue on praying, on visualizing, whatever helps you in this process, and listen to your intuition, because doors will start opening up. But here was also very important is to respect each other's boundaries, you know, not try to manipulate the other or force the other to be something they're not ready to be, or to leave a situation they're not ready to leave yet. But one thing that I'm getting here, because you together, you feel very safe with each other. So when you are together, you feel safe, you feel protected, you have the feeling you can be yourself. You can have the feeling that you're being respected. And again, you're being listened to. So this is actually a relationship where you feel treasured, where you feel happy and at ease, which is very, very positive. But keep in mind, respect the space of the other person, and make sure that your space is being respected as well. You know, because the moment you start manipulating or trying to force the other person to go a path they're not ready to go yet, you can scare them away, even if it's your twin soul. You know, you have to respect the rhythm of the other person. And of course, the other person has to respect your own rhythm as well. And this is very, very important. And let's see the advice card. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. So this is actually very important, because I have the feeling that for you to get this message is because you do not believe that love is all around you. Which I can understand, because according to those cards, both of you are feeling very unhappy in their situation. You try to make the best out of it, but sometimes you start doubting that love as such, like happy endings and meeting the perfect mate, the perfect partner, is just an illusion, and it only happens in movies and fairy tales. But love is all around you, and love is what drives us. Love is the air that we breathe. And the only thing keeping us away from love is ourselves, is our fear. Is our fear of not getting love, which is really strange. It's a paradox, but it's how we work. It's our minds as human beings. It's really strange. But still, the card is reminding you love is all around you, meaning that this love is real and this love is possible. And that love is never too far away. It's really, really near. It's all around you. But like I said, let's see the future of this situation with your twin flame. These are the future energies. Just a second. This deck is really old. So it's been used by I don't know how many people. Really has more history than I do. So here. And it's not so easy to shuffle, but we'll do it in one more time. The future for you, or between you and your twin flame. The future between you and your twin flame. So, this one. It depends on you, so it's in your hands. So it's all up to you. It's also all up to you if you really want to go in this relationship and a new relationship. Because sometimes having the fantasy of being in another relationship is quite comfortable and makes life bearable. But do you really want to leave your reality behind and go in a totally new direction? Well, it's up to you. You can. The card is saying is you can do whatever you want. But the cards were also saying there is also love in your present relationship. It's also there. The question is, do you want to change it? Do you want to turn it into a more loving relationship and to put right what has been done wrong? Yeah. But the card's saying it's all up to you. But I want more information. Wait a second. This one. And he's saying you're ready. It's all up to you. You're ready to change your situation. You're ready to start something new. You're ready to leave something toxic behind. Something that you do not want. And I want another card. And do not give up. So the cards are telling you, yes, go after what you think is right for you. Because I think here in this case, the main theme is leaving something unwanted, something that makes you unhappy behind. You know, being courageous enough to say no to a situation and to say what you really want and go after it. And now, so with this twin flame, I really believe you have contact with him or her, and you've experienced what it feels like to be safe, to be heard, to be respected, to be valued. And the cards are saying you are ready for this kind of relationship. Do not give up, but it's up to you to decide. You have to be strong enough to stand up and go, or to stand up and change whatever your reality is right now. But I want this card still because it's up to you. Yes, and again, this card also came for the pile. There is something better. And in your case, I have to tell you, because this is a feeling I've been getting, there is always even something better than what you believe to be your twin flame. So this person in this other relationship, so what we've been calling your twin flame, was just the preview of what's coming, because there's something even better. And you are ready to free yourself from a toxic situation. You are ready to go towards something better. Just want another card. Just have a feeling. This one. Sorry. Yeah, you just have to believe. Believe in yourself. You can also, of course, go into a relationship with this person we call now your twin flame. It's no problem with that. But the cards are saying there's something even better outside for you. Something that really relates and resonates with you. And that's the feeling I get here for pile 2. So believe in yourself. You are ready. Do not give up, and it's up to you. Please know that the universe, God, your spirit guides, whatever you believe in, that force, that incredible, creative, and loving force is with you every step of the way. They will never let you fall. Never. You just have to call on them and they'll be there. And there's a compromise. So I had to take another one. I just felt there's a compromise to be made. So you can make a compromise with your present relationship, but you will leave that relationship. Either you will change it so completely that will feel like a new relationship, or you will leave that relationship because you have to be respected and be loved. There's your right as a human being, as a being at all. That's your right, your universal right to be loved, respected, and valued for what you are. So, I hope this inspired you, and I hope it resonated with you. And remember, this is a general reading, so it's not going to the individual cases. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll wish you a wonderful time and a lot of love and courage. Thank you so much.